Hello guys, how are you? Hello, how are you? Okay, I'm gonna talk about dopamine, dopamine detox to be precise. So first let's understand why do we even need dopamine detox. First, okay, let me explain what is dopamine detox. Dopamine detox is a way by which we try to, you know, um, like dopamine detox is a way or a process by which we try to bring the dopamine levels down, baseline the dopamine levels down means because in a daily life we get stimulated like scrolling, pornography, um, or junk foods, video games, etc., etc. Which things which aren't good for us but stimulate our brain and stimulate. I mean, this our brain don't like being bored, or it always wants something to focus on to get information, constant information. But these things just provide a constant flow of information, unnecessary information. Okay, so that isn't good for us. Of course, that's not because like what it does, it brings our baseline of our dopamine to like increases the baseline of our dopamine. So like for the first day we may get very much stimulated, we feel very much stimulated, but second day we feel a little less, and so that's and so forth. So what we are trying to do here with the dopamine detox, we are trying to bring that baseline down to its like normal state in which we can live a normal life and feel happy with the small things in our life, like just hanging out with friends and just having to meet someone and greet someone and just chill out. That's not okay. So this was the case. So how we can do that, right? There are some methods which are used by many, and but what I believe, what I think is the best way, I think, is by changing the core, so um we don't get this addiction ever in our life. So what is that core? The core is our beliefs that I believe that I don't really find scrolling fun, or I really find like creating something with my hands fun. So that would affect our thoughts that okay, if I'm a type of person who don't I like scrolling, then I would scroll. I would create something like something electronics or some new gadget or toy, something with my hands. And that thoughts would affect our action, so they would start creating something like something in a life, like maybe writing a book or electronics, or maybe creating a n- project, or creating an application, or creating a web application, anything. Now that would affect our habits. Our action would affect, of course, affect our action habits, and our habits would affect our life, so we will change whole as a person. So let's get to the core again. So the core was our beliefs. So what does affect our beliefs? Our actions means these are interchangeable. So our thoughts do affect our beliefs. Our beliefs do affect our thoughts, and our actions affect our beliefs. Our beliefs actions are belie affects our actions. Okay. So how we can change our thoughts and our actions in a way which helps us develop that okay, I'm this type of person, right? So do the things which you wanna believe in. Like okay, I don't really like scrolling, so I won't scroll ever. I won't scroll. Okay. So my means okay, and you're type of who likes creating stuff, so you can just start creating stuff, which would which would strengthen the belief that okay, I like creating stuff, and you find joy in that. Yep. This well, if I do explain some ways which I also use in generalized public or mostly, is that they prefer like I think that they are useful. They are very useful if you wanna like reduce or wanna get into the dopamine detox process. What are those? Getting sunlight in for 10 minutes in morning when we wake up. That's really helpful. That does help a lot. And second thing is stop like means not using our phone in first hour Or to be honest, I prefer not using before 6 p.m. at all, means for scrolling or something else. So this is a good start. And the like, hmm, and replacing, yeah. Instead of like, we can just replace. If okay, at the time I used to come back from my work and I used to just sleep on my bed and just scroll. Okay, so you can do so. So in that situation, something could be done. Okay, I come back from my work. I put my phone on the almirah on the upper side, which is a little bit at a distance from my bed, and I had a table. I had a like cupboard near my bed where a book is kept. So now we have designed our environment in a way that makes it easier for us to read. Because now we come back from work exhausted and we sit on our bed and we just don't want to get up, so we just pick the book and just start reading. So we are giving it something to do, our brain, but not really scrolling. And it's good for us. So this is called designing our environment in a way that makes it easier for us to take the right action and hard for us to take the bad ones. Yeah. Okay, this was my way. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll meet you next one.